Hey my friends, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. My name is Melissa and in today's video I have several meal ideas that we cooked in our house and they are very easy, very delicious, and best of all, they're budget friendly. So stay tuned so you don't miss any of what we had for dinner this week. On this first night, I was going to make a meal using crescent roll dough, and I have two meals this video that actually show me using crescent roll dough, and it's because I did a full video on different ways that you can use it. So I'm not going to give you, the play-by-play for each of the two recipes because I'll just link that video in the description box. But these are basically taco roll-ups and they're very easy to make. These are great for, you can, eat them as a meal like we did and have them, with some sides, or you can use them as appetizers. But like I said, they're very easy to put together. You just have your 4 rectangles, you put some sour cream, some taco meat, and then whatever else you want to put as a filling. I just put 2 different types of cheese and some onions, and then it's as simple as rolling them up, slicing them like pinwheels basically, and then you bake them. These don't take very long at all to make. This is what they look like when they came out of the oven. And I served mine with just some sour cream and some salsa, but you can put whatever you want on this. You can even top it with some green onions or jalapenos, and we had it with some chips and cheese sauce. This next night, I wanted my son to come over for dinner, so I know how to get him there, and that is by making gumbo. I have done a video before of how I make my gumbo, so I'm not going to be very detailed about this one either. I will have a link to this video in the description box as well, but the way I make it is kind of a cheaty, shortcut kind of way. I basically use the jar roux. I use some of that, and I use a packet. Depending on how much I make, I may not use a full packet of a gumbo mix. And then I add my own seasonings. I add salt, pepper, some garlic, some thyme, oregano, Tony Chachere's. I add a splash of Tabasco. There's really no measurements. I just kind of do it by heart. I've done it so much because, like I said, my son, to get him here, he loves gumbo, so that's what I make. But it's, probably one of his favorite things to make, so I make it a lot. But anyway, once I get all the seasonings in there, then I just add the vegetables, which is onion, bell pepper, and normally I will get the frozen bell pepper, onion, celery mix from the store, but I didn't have time to go, and I already had some bell pepper and onion from my freezer, so I just used that. I used orange bell pepper and onion, and then once that's in there, then I add the sausage and the chicken, and I let it simmer for, I don't know, a couple hours if I have it. And I always, when I make the gumbo, I use jasmine rice. And so I cooked jasmine rice to go along with this. And if you've never had jasmine rice, you really need to try it because it is so good. It smells delicious. It's so fragrant, and it has a really good taste. Again, I'll make sure to put a link to the video of my gumbo recipe or how I make it in the description box. This next night was another croissant meal. that I did for the video. So I just browned the ground beef, and what this is going to be is a beefy Italian casserole. And so again, I'll have the link to this video listed in the description box, but this is another one that's very easy to do, very easy to put together, and it is great for one of those weeknight meals when you have not a lot of time and you have some hungry people on your hands. So you just brown your ground beef, get your spaghetti sauce in there, break apart your crescent rolls into triangles, and you're going to sort of make like a crescent roll pie crust. And once you have it all smashed down in the bottom of the pie dish, you just put that that meat with the spaghetti sauce in the sort of pie crust, top it with cheese, fold in or fold over the triangles to the center, and then you top it with Parmesan cheese. And it's very simple, and you bake it. Doesn't require very long to bake, because basically the only thing you're baking is the crescent roll dough. So, 15 minutes. So this is a meal that can be done in less than 30 minutes for sure. And it is a meal that is very delicious. It's very hearty. This is what it looks like when it came out of the oven. You can see how hearty this looks. It smells delicious. And I served this with a salad and some green beans, and it was a very delicious meal. And we actually had plenty for leftovers, and it was just as good as a leftover as it was the night I cooked it. Tonight for dinner, we are having goulash. And to get this started, I have some ground beef that I had already cooked up. I actually made a video of some freezer tips, and this was one of them. So I had this ground beef already cooked up. I've thawed it out, and so I'm just gonna put this in a skillet. This is kind of a deep skillet. If you want to use like a pot, you can, just to give yourself more room, because you're going to add your noodles to this. So it's like a one pot meal. So I did not season with my ground beef with anything when I originally cooked it, except for salt and pepper. So I'm just going to add a little bit more pepper. I'm going to add some garlic powder, quite a bit, because I want it to be nice and seasoned. And then I'm gonna add some bell pepper and onion that I had in my freezer. This is a super quick and easy meal. If you want to make this the probably more authentic way, you can. But if you're just looking for a quick and easy weeknight meal, then this is definitely the way to go. Since my ground beef is already cooked, I'm not going to let this cook for very long, just long enough for the onion to kind of get broken up, the bell pepper to get kind of broken up, and for that garlic to kind of start cooking in with the rest of it. Now I have the onion and bell pepper broken apart, and it's cooking together, and I'm going to use my favorite spaghetti sauce. And of course, you just use whatever brand you like, or you can make your sauce from scratch. My mom, when she used to make this, she would always make it from scratch. I used to love when she would cook goulash. So I love making it too. I'm going to go ahead and add the elbow macaroni to the spaghetti pasta, or not spaghetti pasta, well, I guess it is spaghetti pasta sauce. And I would say that's probably half of a box of elbow macaroni. So I am going to just watch this, and I'll probably have to come back and add more liquid as it cooks, but I'm just going to let it simmer until the pasta is done. did add a little bit of water just to help the noodles cook better. All right, it is pretty much done. So I have about a cup of cheese. I'm just gonna sprinkle it on top. I'm gonna cover it until the cheese melts, and then it will be time to eat. I served this with some green beans and garlic bread, and oh, this is so good. I absolutely love this meal, and I had enough left for leftovers. On this night, we had spicy chicken sandwiches, and I didn't make a video of me making the chicken sandwiches. It's just the spicy chicken sandwiches from Walmart, and you just cook them in the oven. And I am using the keto sandwich thins, and I have some buffalo sauce on there with it, and it's so good. But I have a pasta salad that I made, and you'll have to make sure you subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell, because next week is going to be a video of different summer salads, and this is one of them. This next night was Friday night. We usually go out, but my husband's office had a company party, so he wasn't that hungry. So we went to a place called Small's Sliders, and this is what I got. They have really good fries. If you've heard of Walk-Ons, the same owners of Walk-Ons own Sliders, and they basically serve sliders. This is my husband's. He just had what's called a Biggie slider or a Biggie small, and that was what we had for dinner this night. For this meal, we're having sausage, like smoked sausage, barbecue beans, and some more of that pasta salad. Thought I had barbecue beans, but all I have is a can of pork and beans. So I'm just gonna use that. And I'm gonna add barbecue sauce to it. So we have barbecue beans. There you go. So I'm gonna get that started, and then I'm gonna get started on the sausage. And I actually think I'm gonna add a little bit of onion powder and a little bit of garlic powder. Give it a little more flavor. All right, and now I'm gonna start on the sausage. I was initially thinking we were gonna do this out on the grill, but we just cleaned that area because we're getting ready for our son to come home. So we're just gonna do this inside in my iron skillet. I have this slow smoked pork sausage. This is the brand I like to get, but normally I get the brand from Sam's because it is a, what does it have? A green onion flavor, but this is all I could find at Walmart, because that's where I was. So for this, I'm just gonna cut a link into just kind of small sections, about like this, and then I'll cut it in half just so it'll be easier to cook. If I do this on the grill, I don't cut it in half. We just, cook it like this. So anyway, I'm just gonna cut a few of these slices, and they don't take that long to cook. So just gonna get these cooked up, and my pasta salad is already made. Again, make sure if you're not subscribed to my channel that you subscribe, and don't forget to click the bell button, because next weekend I have a video coming out, and it's a collaboration, but I have a video coming out and it's a bunch of different salads. So you're not going to want to miss it. So make sure that you do that. But this pasta salad that I made earlier in the week is one of those recipes, and it's really good, but I had a lot left over, so that's why we're having this today. And this is it. The beans were really good, the sausage was good, and the macaroni salad was good. Even though it was made a couple days ago, it refrigerates really well. So this was delicious. And I just want to thank you so much for stopping by and watching my budget-friendly meals. I hope that I've given you some inspiration, and if you're new to my channel, I would love it if you would consider subscribing if you like all things homemaking, whether it's cooking, home decor, thrift hauls, shopping hauls. Then make sure to click subscribe. And if you want to see some more meal idea videos, then check the box you see on the screen right now, and I'll see you next time. Bye.